Hey everyone, this is Mr. Molo. Going to go over the review and test here and kind of explain some things. So first of all, this is going to be an online test, which you already know because I didn't give you a paper copy. So a couple of reasons for this. I'm recording this on November 4th, and right now this test is scheduled for December 2nd. So with COVID numbers on the rise, I don't know if we're going to be able to even take this test in person. So I'm just going to play it safe and say we're going to do this test online. So it's kind of good practice then for future times. If we ever have distance learning, then you know how to take an online test. So if you look at your big ideas, it might look a little different than normal. So if you look here, you have the practice test here, and then I gave you 2 chances at the real test. Okay, so you have 2 chances at this because remember there are no check answers on the test. So if we look here, this is my Chapter 3 practice test, and it's probably pretty hard to tell the difference. So this is a review. I'm not going to put this in the gradebook. This is 100% for you. This is the test. This is definitely going in the gradebook. If we look at like question 1 though, identify whether each relation is a function on the review, and the test is the same kind of question. So I highly suggest you do the review first. Maybe you don't even do like questions 1 through 20 on the review. Maybe you do like question 1 on the review and then go to question 1 on the test. The review, you will have unlimited check answers. So you're going to know for sure on the review if you got it wrong or right, because you'll have unlimited check answers. And especially with these, I mean, if you put it here and it's wrong, well, then with unlimited check answers, you could figure out what a function is or what not a function is because of the unlimited check answers. And that pretty much goes through the whole test. So this one says independent, dependent, and domain and range. This one says independent, dependent, domain and range. This one says linear, nonlinear. Number 3 says linear, nonlinear. So the review and the test are very similar. You don't know how to do something on the review, you're not going to understand how to do it on the test. But again, for the review, you have unlimited check answers. The test, you get no check answers. Okay, so they all go pretty much in line, almost exactly the same kind of questions. 9 and 10 on the review are graphing, 9 and 10 on the test are graphing. 11 is asking about the slope, 11 is asking about the slope. Okay, 13 might be kind of confusing here, about a hot air balloon in the descent there. 13 on the review, same thing, hot air balloon in descent. So make sure, again, you can put in those numbers correctly with unlimited check answers. It should be a little easier. And then I do want to talk about 19 and 20. So 19 and 20, again, very similar. You are skipping 19 and 20 on the review. Again, though, with multiple choice, you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting it right there. So maybe you try that. And the same thing goes for 19 and 20 on the test. So I'm going to have you skip 19 and 20. Since there's 20 questions on this test, each test is worth about 5 points. So it's going to be out of 90%. If you happen to get lucky on 19 or 20, or you figure out how to do it, and you get, let's say, a 95% on this test, then I will give you a 95 out of 90. So really out of 90%, so you have about 10% possible extra credit there, but the max score is going to be 90. So even if, don't freak out if you hit submit and it tells you got an 85%, then you got an 85 out of 90, which is a good score. And then remember, you do have 2 chances at the test. So if you get an 85% the first time, you're not happy with it, maybe you go back and try it again, and then see what you get from that second attempt. I'll take the higher of the 2 scores. So if somehow if you go from an 85% to an 80%, then I'll give you the 85% there, so you don't have to worry about doing worse on the 2 tests. All right, so hopefully that helps. Again, I would definitely do this review before you do the test. So I would consider doing that. Let me know if you have any questions.